Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Broken Berean. And we're going to take a look back at one of my favorite cult classic movies, Shoot 'em Up, and what's going on with Michael Davis, the director and writer of Shoot 'em Up. Now, before there was John Wick, I say there was Shoot 'em Up, because Shoot 'em Up is just an insane movie. And just suffice to say, Clive Owen plays I think he's a British special ops military man that kind of is just wandering around doing everything and stumbles upon a woman and her baby who have a hit out on them. And he proceeds to protect them from the hitmen, and pure chaos ensues. And this is one of those things, this was just a classic thing for this time around 2007, 2005, somewhere around that area, where we got things like Transporter and stuff like that with Jason Statham. And this movie is, the story's okay. It's not great, but the action is why you see it. It's Clive Owen running around shooting up everything and everybody, and it's just insane. Uh, I mean, at one point, his hands get burnt or scratched up by glass. I can't remember. And he actually uses a carrot to shoot his gun. I mean, it's just an insane movie. Doing ricochet shots off file cabinets. It's a fun movie, and it flopped at the box office. I'll be honest, it flopped. But it's one of those movies I'm like, this is just, you watch it not because it's a compelling and great movie. It's fun. You watch it because it's Clive Owen going around shooting up and just complete chaos. I mean, it's John Wick-esque before there was a John Wick. And I love these types of movies because it's just kind of one of those, it hits all the male masculine tones, being a protector and just being the good guy, fighting off the bad guys. I mean, it comes down to simplicity in its formation. And I love it. Even though, I think the ratings put it at around a 65%, depending on what site you go and look at. But the thing is, I love it. Still love it. Doesn't matter what the critics say, don't matter what the reviews say. I love this movie. It's fun. And it's got Paul Giamatti in it, which this was back before he was really famous. I say really famous. Really seen as a very well-versed actor. And I mean, he's always been a great actor. Don't get me wrong. But this is that time where he was just in everything. This is before Sideways. This is before John Adams. And he was doing everything. Those films kind of took him to a whole nother plateau of his acting ability and people seeing what he could really do. But this is probably Clive Owen at his absolute just nuttiest. This is probably the closest thing he was ever going to get to James Bond, which I do think he probably could make a good James Bond. He's a little up there in age. I don't know if I'd cast him today, but I'd still put him at least in the casting call to see if he could make it, because I do think Clive Owen would be a fun James Bond. But that's my opinion. Doesn't have to be yours, but I would like to see Clive Owen be James Bond. I think it'd be fun. But director and writer Michael Davis is making an animated sequel called Blast 'em Up. And he's doing it all himself. He's crowdfunding it. He's got a Kickstarter. And honestly, I'm here for it with some slight reservations. And we'll kind of go through that. But, I mean, he's got some backers from some other famous YouTubers. Oh, it doesn't show it on this page. But let's look over his Kickstarter real quick. No, this is his website, blastemup.com. So I'm just going to show you the clips. I won't show the trailer. It's a 2-minute trailer, and it's a lot of text. It's very early. It's very rough. So it's but you kind of see the animation here, and you kind of see what he's done. He's all done this himself. He hasn't hired an animator. This is a guy decided, I want to make this movie. I'm figuring out new technology, new software to do it himself. I applaud him for that. That's awesome. and it's supposed to be kind of like a far-fetched sequel to Shoot 'Em Up, but basically it's him doing the same stuff as but in space, sci-fi, animated, and it's more of a heist movie than it is a uh, save a mother and her child movie. And here's where my reservations come in: is the animation style, the look of the animation. And the moment I saw it, the first thing that came to my mind was, some of y'all may remember this, some of y'all may not, but Reboot. Remember Reboot from the mid 1990s? You know, it was an animated kid show, CGI, that was just, about the internal workings. You had Megabyte that was the bad guy, and Fong that was the in hard drive. I mean, they all had computer related names, and I don't remember much about it. I remember I watched it, but it looks just like that. This looks like mid 1990s CGI, and I'm kind of like, I mean, that's like 3 decades old now. That's my hesitation on this, and that's my only hesitation on it. It's just the animation style. The writing, directing, I think will be fun. I think if he got something that took this animation to the next level, and he may be, but he's crowdfunding it himself. You can come over here to his Kickstarter. There, got the right tab that time. And if you come here, you can watch this. I'm not going to play it, but you can come over here, and he does a little clips from what he's done so far. Some of it from his own phone, which is awesome. And he just kind of goes on what he's doing, and this is what he's crowdfunding it. And it's 35 days to go, so he's ending it at the end of June, and I'm considering backing it. It's just, it's summertime. I'm doing a lot of traveling with my kids, and I'm not sure what I can donate, but I'll probably donate something because I do want to see this, and I think it'd be fun. Because if it's, even though it's animated, but if it's still going to be like the original Shoot 'Em Up, it's going to be fun. It may not do well. He may not. He's not going to win awards, but he's doing this as a passion project of himself, which I love. I love it when people are like, I want to make this, and I'm not going to do anything with Hollywood. I'm just going to do it myself. You've got people that are doing this all over the world, and some of the stuff that comes out is just incredible. Um, you got people that are doing movies with, like, there's a small company called Epic Verse that's doing great things. You've got I can't remember where it's out of, somewhere in Europe. They made a fan trailer called Logan the Wolf, which, go look that up. That's if the X-Men were in the Norse times. It's pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie. It's a short clip. I'm sure they can't get the right to it to actually produce it and make it real with all the licensing and stuff like that. They probably couldn't make it. But this fan-made trailer for Logan the Wolf is just incredible. It's fans and people doing stuff they're so positive and just want, and so passionate about, that they just want to do it. And that's great. We need more of that because we see what we're getting, the same churned out stuff from Hollywood. So this is something that's great, and I really do think, and I really do hope that he gets fully backed by this for this project, and I would like to see it. I do hope that somehow it's a better animation style than mid 1990s CGI. I do, because it makes it hard to watch. I remember when they did the reboot, they actually did, and I went back and watched a few episodes of the original. It's hard to watch that type of CGI for me. I don't know why. It's just aesthetically and visually, it's just kind of hard to watch. It just hurts my eyes a little bit, and I don't want to know if I could sit through a feature length movie like that. But if it's coming from the director that did Shoot 'Em Up, I'd put my glasses on and power through it, because it's going to be fun whether it is just visually stunning or not. It's going to be a fun movie because you can't get around the fact that it's going to be great. And I will put links to all this in the description, from the article to the website to the Kickstarter campaign. You can find it all. Basically, you can find it all from the website, but I'm going to put links to all of them in the description below. Let me know if you actually like Shoot 'em Up, because I do. I think it's a fun movie. I haven't watched it in a minute, and just because I'm doing a video about this, I'm absolutely going to watch it while I prep this video and get ready for upload, because it's just a fun shoot 'em up movie, literally. And with that, as always, my friends, I love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it.